Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to The Real Cut My Music Wrestling. It's your boy, the Black Patriot, once again bringing you the illest wrestling content on the net because wrestling is the number one priority and wrestling is my number one passion. And tonight, I'm going to give you my review of Monday Night Raw, but first and foremost, not even just going to jump directly into the show, but there's a lot that I have to get off my chest about the product so far. Even like post WrestleMania, post Backlash, which will be in another video. You can catch it later on. But just the state of the game is not where it should be. Monday Night Raw is not the Monday Night Raw that I remember. Night Raw is probably not even the Raw that someone that's been watching for the last 10 to 15 years remember. It has become very apparent that Triple H, the man that is booking the show, is not that great at booking. And I'm going to tell you why. We toiled through the lackluster WrestleMania season. We kept thinking it's going to get better, and this is one of the things that ignited me to make a YouTube channel because I have been watching wrestling for almost 30 years, the better part of 30 years since the 80s, and I remember especially WrestleMania season. That time was magical. We loved it. We loved the build to WrestleMania. WrestleMania was the equivalent of the Super Bowl for wrestling, and it still is. It's just Triple H is booking everything into the the ground. We struggled through that season thinking it's going to get better. We get WrestleMania. WrestleMania was the worst WrestleMania ever. And this isn't just talk. This isn't just speculation. It is one of the worst WrestleManias ever, and that's unanimously across the board. People will tell you this. This is not just like, oh, something the Black Patriot is saying, or just, oh, something another content creator is saying. No. Terrible. Terrible. But we supposed to just sit here and let Triple H cook. You're not cooking, bruh. You're not cooking. You're not even in the vicinity of a stove. Like, this is terrible, 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 terrible. Backlash was mid. 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 So, Raw starts off with CM Punk and Seth Rollins. CM Punk's hit the ring first because he's marching out to the ring. He's walking with purpose. He's walking with intent. He has something to say. He has something to tell us, and I'm here for it. I love Punk. He's one of my favorites. He gets in the ring. He grabs the mic, and he proceeds to cut one of the most boring and midest promos that he's ever cut. And I'm telling you, we all know that CM Punk is a better mic worker than this. He's usually amazing on the stick. What is this? He cuts a dumb promo about he's mad at himself. Yeah, you should be. He's mad at himself because he should have saw this coming. Yeah, you should have. How many times does Paul Heyman have to turn on one guy? Paul Heyman turns on everybody. Even Brock Lesnar was turned on by Paul Heyman. And that's supposed to be his boy. So, at the end of the day, CM Punk is dumb for not seeing this coming. The only person he can blame is himself, and he does. So, that, he talks about he wants to get his hands on Paul Heyman. He can't wait to choke him out, beat him up. He's going to do all this. Seth Rollins comes out. Another guy who is really good on the mic, who usually cuts great promos. He comes out and cuts a nothing promo. This thing is boring. It's bad. It's mid. It stinks. It's ridiculous. Like, who is green lighting this? It is terrible. This is ridiculous. Raw was trash. It starts off as trash. This generic, boring back and forth banter between these two ends in a brawl. Braun Breaker has been standing there the whole time, looking angry. Oh, I'm angry, Braun. I'm going to hurt somebody. Been looking crazy the whole time. He finally goes down to the ring. He gets into it with CM Punk. Of course, He overwhelmed CM Punk. He's young, he's stronger, he's faster, he's bigger, he's badder, he's Braun Breaker. Of course he overwhelmed CM Punk. CM Punk is in the ring getting his butt kicked. Out comes Sami Zayn to even the odds. Seth Rollins is in there. They're wrestling, they're fighting all over the place. Continue to get their butts whipped until main event Jey Uso, the World Heavyweight Champion. More on him later. He comes out to the ring to save them. Of course, Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker do the heel thing. They scamper away. They're looking at the ring like something is magical is holding them back. They're outside the ring. They don't want to get back in the ring because now there's 3-on-2. So the odds are not in their favor, so they're backing off. This brawl obviously sets up a match for a later date. I believe there's going to be an upcoming pay-per-view. It's going to be Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker versus CM Punk and Sami Zayn. Do you care about this match? Because I don't. I literally don't. But it is what it is. I don't understand how you can have a talent like Seth Rollins and CM Punk are obviously the two top stars. But you throw in Sami Zayn, you throw in Jey Uso, you throw in Braun Breaker, and still it's mid, still nobody cares. The crowd did not care. So that's the other thing. You gotta gauge fan interest. And I am listening to the crowd. I am listening to the pop. I am listening to what they're coming to life for. If it's not to sing along with a song or somebody wrestles catch entrance moves, they're silent. Nobody is getting pops. Of course, CM Punk is gonna get a pop. He's CM Punk. Of course, when Seth Rollins come out, they want to sing his song. Oh, oh, oh! But it's just a song. Even Punk said it himself. Punk was like, "You're just a song, kid," and that's what it is. Nobody is over. Fans does not care about the product that they're seeing. Nobody is getting a pop from the crowd. If the crowd is not singing your song, they don't care. And I don't care about this segment. Moving on. The first match of the show was Penta versus Chad Gable. Again, the story is there. They do have a reason to wrestle each other, yes. They've been interfering in each other's matches, but do we really care about this? This is not something that I'm like, oh my God, I have to see this match. And the way they're using Chad Gable, because Chad Gable took the L in this match. It was a good match. Not great, not bad, just good. If I had to grade this match, I would give it a C. Chad Gable took the L. Of course, it's a Penta showcase. Penta got to win. Penta can't take an L, whatever. Chad Gable should be this generation's Kurt Angle. Now, he is no Kurt Angle, not by any stretch of the imagination, but he should be the guy that should be the wrestling machine. He should be tying dudes up, cranking them, stretching them, getting them in the ring, beating them, making them tap out. He can be that kind of guy. But instead, they got him pretending to be El Grande Americano. He's on a crusade to take down luchadors, but he keeps losing. And again, even Michael Cole alluded to this fact. He was like, maybe he should have came out in this match as America Grande because Americano actually wins matches. So what is this? What are we doing here? Have it got to the point where we're just going to have good matches and then a bunch of meaningless filler throughout? It makes no sense. It is not entertaining. It is not something that anybody would want to see, especially fans in attendance that's paying their money for attendance and fans that have these streaming services. Like, you got to have Netflix to watch Raw. You got to have Peacock to watch pay-per-views, your premium live events. Like, get out of here. Like, why would I pay money for this obvious crap? It's no good. It's not good. Then you have the Creed brothers versus the War Raiders with the New Day on commentary. Another match that I could not care less about. I could not care less about these matches. They had a boring match at WrestleMania. The New Day fought the War Raiders at WrestleMania, and it was terrible. Nobody cared. The War Raider gets no pop from the crowd. Nobody cares. The Creed brothers gets no pop. If the fans are not reacting, they should either be cheering or booing. But when your music hit and you get silent from the crowd, that is apathy. That means they do not care. New Day barely gets a pop from the crowd. Nobody cares about this, and it's clear that WWE does not care about their tag division. Look at the state of the titles. Look how long the War Raiders had them, and nobody cared about them. They did this great heel turn with New Day. They came out, they turned on Big E, and then it goes nowhere. The New Day should have been bigger stars right now. What are we getting? What are we seeing? I'll tell you what we're seeing. We're seeing Triple H completely fumble the bag. Triple H is bad at his job. Triple H should not be booking WWE. Triple H needs to be removed. He was a heck of a wrestler, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, but he is terrible at booking. He is not getting anyone over. You cannot keep having shows where the crowd does not care. They are not engaged. They are not putting out any form of emotion. Like, the audience might as well be dead. And that is what this product is. Deceased. It's nothing. And like, no one cares. Kofi Kingston interferes in this match. They're screwing over the War Raiders, but the feud is obviously with the New Day and the War Raiders. So what is this? The War Raiders are going to get a title match down the line? Is the Creed brothers going to get a title match because they won this match? They didn't say. We don't know. I'm going to assume that the War Raiders are going to be pissed off at the New Day for screwing them out of this match, and that maybe it'll be a triple threat between New Day, American Made, and the War Raiders. Will it be a good match? Yes. Will the build and everything leading up to a good match be good? No. It's going to be absolute dog water because that is what Triple H is giving us. It is dog water, yo. Next, you have a backstage segment with Seth Rollins, again, with his faction. Just like the opening promo, this promo is nothing. Braun Breaker is sitting there looking angry. Paul Heyman is in the background not saying anything. I don't think Paul Heyman uttered a word except his name at the beginning of the show. Seth Rollins say, oh, they think they won. They think they've got us. They have no idea what I'm capable of. Did he whisper something in Braun Breaker's ear and tell him go have fun? That is the segment. That was it. That is not entertaining. Stop lying to yourself. Stop kidding yourself. Stop acting like this stuff is good. It's not. I almost went to sleep. I actually did fall asleep. I woke up and finished watching Raw just so I could make this video. This stuff is sleep inducing. It is. If I was not watching this for content, I do not think I can make it through these shows. This is how boring they are. This is how bad Triple H is at his job. I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but maybe they need to bring back Vince McMahon, because at the rate of we're seeing just absolute terrible content from this company, it cannot be long before WWE is going to be not as big as it is right now. I'm not saying it's going to go anywhere. I'm not saying it's going to go out of business. But they damn sure ain't going to be running the kind of shows that they're running now, because I cannot believe they are bringing in new audience or new viewers with a product that is not engaging. It is beyond stale. Stale would be an understatement. This product is dead on arrival. It's bad. It's just not good. So then we bring out Jey Uso, the man of the hour, the one person that actually gets it. Jey Uso comes out. There's a huge yeet session. The crowd is going nuts. Let me tell you this. Jey Uso cannot carry this brand by himself. Jey Uso cannot be the only person that gets the fans up out of their seats. The only time this audience was even remotely alive was when Jey Uso came out. They popped for Jey Uso. They popped for Rhea Ripley. That is just unacceptable. So if I'm just going by fan interest, engaging fan engagement, that means Jey Uso and Rhea Ripley are the only stars. Because the only time the fans even remotely cared was when they came out. Jey Uso cannot do this by himself. Yes, he's yeeting. The fans love him. one word, four letters, we gonna yeet. He's doing his job. And there's criticism for Jay. Jay is not without criticism. There are people saying that he cannot cut promos. There are people saying that he does not wrestle good. Say what you will about this man. This man gets the crowd engaged. He is entertaining. It is hype when he comes out. We want to put our hands up. We want to yeet. We want to have a good time. Then the Baron of Bad Times come out. Gunther. This dude comes out. He comes to the ring and has the nerve in his Gunther mannerism, cuts the same dumb Gunther promo that he always cuts. Gunther promos are bad. Gunther promos are terrible. Gunther promos are boring. Gunther is not good. He is not a ring general. He is not even the best wrestler on WWE. How is he a ring general and he has like 5 moves. He comes out. He cuts a boring promo telling Jay he cannot wait to Jay to face him again because he's going to put Jay in his place. Gunther, what place is that? Jay already choked you out at WrestleMania. You're a bum. You're trash. Get Gunther off my TV. He's boring. And Jay is facing Logan Paul. Gunther says he got the winner. So after Jay, seemingly, he's going to beat Logan Paul. Definitely he's going to beat Logan Paul. And he should definitely beat Gunther again. It'll be horrible booking to put the belt back on Gunther. Gunther is one of the most boring champions I ever seen. Get him out of there, yo. Then we have Becky Lynch. The only good part of this entire show, yes, the only good part of this entire show was Becky Lynch coming out there and cutting a fire promo. She is whatever you say she is. She don't care about what you think about her. She don't care about what y'all say about her. She says she's seen it. She heard it. She see the comments online. She's this, she's that, she's that. She'll take that. How can you have a show where the fans only care about 2 people and the only legit star you have is Becky Lynch? Becky comes out, she does her job, she's not wrestling, she cuts a fire promo, it was good, I enjoyed it, she leaves, that is that. After this, we have probably the best wrestled match of the night. You have AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. There's a lot I can say about this. I have notes, I'm looking at my notes as I go, and there's a lot I can say about this match. Was it a good match? Yes. Well, I give it, like I gave the other match a C, I'll give this one a B. Of course it's going to be well wrestled. Of course it's going to be good. It's AJ Styles and Finn Balor. But, again, the question I really have to pose to you is, how much do you care about this match? What is going on? What is the point? And if the 2 guys on your roster are in their 40s, one is in their mid-40s, one is pushing 50, if that's the talent that you have to rely on to get your best match, then you are really in trouble. There's issues there. AJ is going to retire soon. Finn should be retiring soon after him. This is the guys that you have to call on to have your best wrestled match on your flagship program. And that also illustrates another problem that nobody wants to talk about. The roster is aging. There are no superstars. Who is going to be the next Cena? Hell, who is the next Roman Reigns? Who is the next guy that's stepping up to be the guy that's going to carry the company? All your superstars are aging. AJ Styles, like I said, pushing 50. Punk is pushing 50. Hell, even Seth Rollins is in his 40s. And he self-admittedly already said that he don't have that much time left. LA Knight is in his 40s. Roman Reigns already got 1 foot out the door. The guy that just made his debut at Backlash, they just signed him, Jacob Cobb, he is 43. Like, what are we doing? Why are the younger talent not being properly utilized? Where are the next stars? Where are the stars of the future? This is what I'm saying. Triple H, You have failed at your job. We should call you triple failure. You're not getting people over. Your booking is not good. And your creative is not creative. This Raw was terrible. It was bad. It was boring. If you have insomnia, watch Raw. If you cannot sleep, watch an episode of Raw or SmackDown. I guarantee it will put you to sleep. I cannot imagine that people that are not wrestling fans are watching this. You cannot tell me that WWE today in its current state is drawing in new fans. If I was not a content creator, I would not watch this, and I love wrestling. After this, we have the main event. A main event that I was excited for. And again, the match was okay. Nothing great, nothing bad. But the four people that's involved in this match, I expected a banger, not okay. I expected what they say, banger after banger after banger. But what this was mid after mid after mid. It was okay, slightly above good, and it's wild because Io Sky and Rhea Ripley had what I consider the best night, the best match at WrestleMania. Her, Io Sky and Bianca Belair had, in my opinion, the best match on the card. So you got Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus Julia and Roxanne Perez. Four of my favorites colliding right in the ring so I could see them. And I'm just sitting there like, oh, okay. It was all right. But that was the main event. And Triple H is okay with this. The problem is that people will not call WWE out for its bad behavior. Yes, I said bad behavior. This is $1 billion company that makes money off of the fans. We are the ones that pour into this company that gives these people the lifestyle that they live. So if we're going to continue to buy tickets, buy merchandise, pack arenas, buy their pay-per-views, buying their apps, doing all this stuff, and this is what you give us, it's unacceptable. It's borderline rude. Like, this is not good. Raw was terrible. I give that episode of F. It's one of the worst episodes that I've ever seen. But guys, thank you very much. This is the real Cut My Music Wrestling with your host, the Black Patriot. I will continue to fight for your right to good content. I will continue to call WWE out. I will continue to be the voice of the voiceless, and I will let people know that it is bad. And I don't care if it's WWE, I don't care if it's AEW. If I watch something, I'm going to give you my honest, unbiased opinion every time. This is the real wrestling platform where we always put wrestling first because wrestling is the #1 priority. Peace out. Stay safe, guys.